Alright folks, Ryan here coming to you with another video. And I want to touch on an issue that I have dealt with for most of my life. And that is being an emotional man. And the beginning of this started out, um, I, I was raised in a single mother household. So I was raised by my mom. And I listened to her every day, day in, day out. And that's the voice that I heard the most. Of course, I go to school and so forth, and talk, and I have friends and all that. But that's who I copy and model. That's who I behave like. Now, that can't be good for a young boy or a young child, young man, however you want it to to say it. It's just not good, right? You're supposed to be a father in the house to discipline, his son, right? So I didn't have that because my dad wasn't there. He was, somewhere in the world, but he wasn't in the house. All right. So I was raised by a single mom. Later on down the road, especially when I hit my 30s, that is when it started to come out. And I knew something was off and something wasn't right, but I did not have any coaches, any mentor, anybody to really pointed it out to me. But I find myself getting into lots of arguments back and forth with people. Lord knows where those could have ended up. It could have been bad for me and could have been bad for other people as well. Because it was a lot of emotions. A lot of anger, a lot of hatred, a lot of bitterness. It was just, those are all emotions, and they are just, the worst of emotions. All right. So I kind of, knew something was wrong, but I did not know how to deal with that problem at all. But that has been going on for many, many years. It's just in my 30s, I think it's get to a point there where it's just, it needs to be released in a, in a positive way. But I didn't understand it. Of course, I came across something called personal development. And I started to recognize certain patterns, and I started to change certain patterns. And I begin to be more disciplined because this was one of the things that I noticed. I was just all over the place. I wasn't committed to just a few things. There were no discipline. I start something, let it go, forget about it, go on something else, then I just stop all entirely. So I started disciplining myself slowly but surely. Running was one way how I was able to stay consistent. And I still use running today as a way of, reinforce my consistency. Because I go running pretty much every day. Going to the gym, that was something else. I have to get consistent. Took me a long time to regulate the emotions, and it begins to reduce and slowly but surely, like I said, it's painful, folks. I wouldn't wish it on anyone. It's a painful state to be in. It's just the tension, the tension that builds up in your head, the anger, and people are noticing how you are behaving and recognizing it, and then it causes problem for you and those people as well, and it lets you say things that you probably shouldn't have said, because you're not thinking. You are just going off of your emotions, and that is not good for men. So I worked on it, and today I can say I'm in a better place now, because I have to deal with that. That has to get taken care of. It takes a lot of reading, a lot of studying, a lot of listening. And what really helps me the most is when I came across this thing called Red Pill. And it showed, because I recognized I was dating certain women. And, I started seeing some patterns there among these women. So I started to pull back away from certain women. Certain women I don't go around. I don't even bother with them at all. And I noticed that that's when those emotions tend to be the highest. Is when I'm around. Is when I'm in a relationship. That's when the emotions that they kick in. They get, and so that I could that I couldn't understand, and I worked my way around through out of it. I'm a far better person now. It doesn't mean that emotion I have to deal with that every single day. When you get up, it is your problem you have to deal with. Nobody else is going to deal with that for you. You have to take care of that yourself. So Red Pill is what helps me to that was the first place I heard they said that men who come from single mother homes tend to get themselves into situations which they don't want to be in, and they are responsible for all types of crimes and violence and so forth. Luckily, I didn't go down that road, but the potential was there for me to head down that way, to commit those crimes and do those things. It was there, but for some strange reason, I never involve or indulge in any of those activities. Really, I did not know being in a single mother home, growing up in a single mother home, was going to affect me. I didn't know that. So here I am today, looking in this camera here, and I can tell you, I would say two things. You must put those two things together to regulate your emotions. The Red Pill content. Consume as much of it as possible. Consume the parts that you want. The parts that you don't want, leave them alone. But you need to educate yourself on Red Pill. And you need to get in fitness. What do I mean by that? You need to hit the pavement. Run. Work out. Lift weights. Pull-ups. Push-ups. Get in shape. Become more masculine. So that way you can reduce that feminine energy, because that's what kicking out those emotions. The more masculine you become more calmer. Men, we can't just be erratic and just all over the place and causing all kinds of trouble for ourselves and other people. It's just not a good place to be in. Emotions comes with a lot of pain, and those pains you need to shut off those places, shut off those avenues that's worsening your emotions. All right, Ryan here with a new video. Looking forward to see you soon in a new video. Bye for now.